everyone, sorry it took a little bit of time. I had to place my phone. So today we need to talk about the short story for this week. Remember, this is due for Tuesday. No, I will send it on Tuesday and you need to bring it on Wednesday. It's from your story Adventure in Space. The short story is a surprise in space. First, I'm going to speak about the vocabulary words. The first word is avoid. A void is like an empty space. Remember, I will take a picture of the definition and you need to write them in your notebook, please. So a void, sometimes you could feel a void in your heart. You feel sad, so it feels empty. Or a void could be not being there. Number 2, maneuvering. Sorry. It's a skillful or clever move or action. So when you maneuver something, usually you maneuver, it could be a car, it could be something. It could be, I don't know, something you need to handle. Deliberately. When you talk about deliberately, is that you do this on purpose. So if in class you take somebody's pencil and you steal it, you do it deliberately. You do it on purpose. Or you hide it. It's not just an accident. It's something that you knew you were doing. So this is deliberate. 4 is a compartment. A compartment, usually you could have a compartment in your school bag. It's like the little pocket. It could be in many things. It's little things that are part of something and you put it in. A handshake. I think you know what a handshake is. Handshake is two people holding hands. This is what we can't do these days because of all the germs. So a handshake. So remember, this is like a little pocket. Deliberately is on purpose. Maneuvering is like to drive something. I'll explain it later while I write. I will explain it later while I read the story. Now, and 2 hands together. You don't need to write this. I need you just to understand it. And bloodstream is the blood flowing through the body. So it's like a river that goes through your body. And it flows. So this is called bloodstream. A stream is like a small river. So you need to, when you say bloodstream, it's like your little river inside of you. Your blood flows. It moves all the time. So here are the definitions. Now I will read you the short story. Pay attention, please, because sometimes you read very fast and you don't pay attention. A surprise in space. Remember, I want you to circle all the, you don't need to circle if you can't print the sheet. The commander was concentrating on maneuvering the spacecraft. So he was driving the spacecraft. You know what a spacecraft is? It's when they go to the moon, they need this. A spacecraft is when it's something, it's not a car. It's something that is used to go in space. So it would not collide with the passing asteroid. So he had to go like that and be careful because there were asteroids around. Suddenly, another astronaut walked in. The door to the bridge closing behind her. Her handshake was deliberately, so she wanted to give him a handshake. So it was deliberately. Firm. Firm and very hard. As she greeted the commander. The two astronauts, discussed the a recent alien virus, which caused a low iron is hierro, level in the bloodstream. So we have this in our bloodstream. Like I explained, in our blood we need to have this. And in this case, they're talking about a low level. So it usually not is good for your blood. So a level in the bloodstream of the infected person. So again, we're talking about a person who has been infected. We're not talking about the coronavirus right now. We're talking people in space. Then the commander took his visitor on a tour of the spaceship. So that new astronaut, that they didn't know, he wanted to show him around the spacecraft. They stopped to examine the compartment of reinforced steel. So all the compartments, that means like little storage place where, and they are all made out of reinforced steel. So they are very hard. So that stored the computer data about the trip. So they stopped, I'll repeat again. They stopped to examine the compartment of reinforced steel that stored the computer data about the trip. So everything was recorded. So the computer was in this compartment to record the trip. Later, the commander carefully opened the outer door to the spacecraft. So he opened the other door so they could take a spacewalk. Of course, a spacewalk is not like walking here. They have to have equipment, and they can't go out like just going out. They need equipment, or because on the moon, I don't think it's the same temperature as here. He thought his visitor was right behind him. So he thought that that new astronaut was behind him. He looked. But when he turned around, the other astronaut had vanished. Not there anymore. When you vanish, you disappear. So she seemed to have disappeared into the void. So they say here, the astronaut disappeared into empty space. That was void. Okay, now, listen to me because I want you to understand this. Number one, how did the visiting astronaut greet the commander? I want you to tell me, how did he greet? So the new person that arrived spoke to the commander, and what did she deliberately do? Two, what was the main symptom of the alien virus? The alien virus had something in the bloodstream. Where was all the computer data stored? Remember, I explained to you it's a little place, and it's made out of what? So I want you to specify that little place, and it's a vocabulary word, but how is it made too? You need to specify what it is and how it's made. 4, what seemed to have happened to the visiting astronaut? So remember, when he turned around like this, what happened? And she seemed what? I want you to complete, but I need you to write a sentence. She seemed, and complete the sentence, what? And 5, what do you think the visiting astronaut was? Ooh. Who do you think it was, and what did it do? First of all, it could be a person from another planet, and what is it doing? Like the coronavirus, what is it doing? What is the coronavirus? the coronavirus, right? So it is spreading what? So what do you think the visiting astronaut was? It was a bad person. So you need to explain to me what did this. They say astronaut, the visitor, was. First of all, was he human? Read the story. Okay, and I want you to write it in what that person wanted to do. That's it. And I want this for Wednesday. You need to do this on Tuesday and send it to me on Wednesday. Thursday, I will send you story comprehension and vocabulary. So you need to write the definitions. I will send you a picture of the definitions and you need to write them in your notebook again and again. I need to repeat. So please, thank you, take care, and God bless. See you next time. Bye.